Good evening. Yes, good evening. Good evening, everyone. This is no particular accent. Welcome to Salty Sweet Games. That's what this is. Hi. I'm Salty.
And I'm Sweet.
And we're playing some D&D 5e. We're playing Strange Invasion, Assault on the Barrier Peaks tonight. This is evening time, Lauren. It's a whole different vibe.
We only get morning time Lauren and evening time Lauren, and there's no in between.
No in between. And they're so different. What else do I usually say? Oh yeah, before we go around and talk to other people who are not me talking, we want to do some channel shoutouts because we have tons of excited announcements. First, thank you to our sponsors. First is Roll20, a virtual tabletop of choice, which unites gamers across any distance with easy-to-use tools that run straight from your web browser. Oh, free! We're part of their Spotlight program, and we're continuing our relationship with them, and it's going really well, if you ask me. What else? What else? Oh, yes! Physical click-clacks and chonky boys. I don't know if you know, but that's what the kids, since I'm so old, Gnome, that's what the kids are calling dice these days. We're an affiliate with Dice Envy. You can go to their website, diceenvy.com, use our code SaltySweet, all caps one word, to get 10% off your dice order. It's great. They have a new dragon line. They're metallic dice coming out, and they have some really kinky ones coming. I could have said kooky, but I went the kinky route. The first one's like your normal kind of like red dragon, but I'm telling y'all they have some weird ones coming out, so just like use our code. Go get you some shinies. And last but not least, Granny Coffee Co., a Black and LGBTQA+ owned business that make organic coffee brews. They're delicious, and we're partnered with them, and you can go to their website and use the code SaltySweetGames, all caps one word, and get some coffee, because we all know that I need coffee constantly to live. That's usually where I'd stop, but today we had a very special reveal, as we have new merch in the Redbubble. I updated the command. Aren't you proud of me, Kienna? So if you go to our Redbubble Salty Sweet merch, you will see this adorable monstrosity. There he is. Look at him. He's in the middle of the screen. Oh, he's so cute. That's our little mascot, Pretzel. He's a hedgehog. He's a spicy boy. This design was made by our good friend Serena Marie, who we love, and now it's in our Redbubble store, and you can get it on so many things. I ordered myself a shirt because I can, and I ordered myself some coasters because I don't know, I wanted coasters. It goes with my room, okay? But it's the most adorable thing in the world, and you should go get him. I'm gonna leave him there. I'm just gonna leave him there during intros. Last but not least, we here at Salty Sweet Games use safety tools, lines, veils, X and no cards, stars and wishes, and content warnings for the audience, because while our players are going to be put through hell and maybe through a purple worm today, if a certain halfling does something, then but the point is that all that might happen, but the players are here to have fun, and they're our priority always. So, without further ado, we should say things. Key, you say a thing first.
Sure, I'll say a thing first. I am Kienna. I am also the Sweet of this channel, and tonight I am playing Ardent, who is an Azamar Paladin. They are having a good time just floating around, trying to lure a purple worm off Glyph or into a portal. Either one. It's a whole plan. Trying real hard to make a thing happen.
Yeah, we're all working really, really well together as a team. I'm Lauren, and I'm a dirty liar. I'm that salty ginger over on Twitter, and I'm gonna plug some stuff while we're at the top of the show instead of at the end. And I'm going to put it in chat. I'm part of the Magpie curated play program now as a GM, and you can sign up to play really cool games with me, like Bluebird's Bride and Urban Shadows. And some of these people have played with me. Some of you in chat have played with me, so say nice things about me, please. Thank you. I'm playing Dulcinea. She's an Eladrin swashbuckler rogue who has surprisingly not stabbed a lot of things lately, and I'm really looking forward to stabbing things. Let's pass it over to Gnome. Hi, Gnome. You're muted, my good sir.
There are too many mute buttons in front of me right now.
There's so many.
Too many. Hi, I'm Gnome. I'm not playing a gnome. I'm playing a halfling named Idoso Farleaf, who is a ranger rogue and is definitely going to do a thing, maybe. We'll see.
We just gotta pray for that, for that worm eating someone else. Or, you know, Gnome. If that's what Gnome wants, then I hope the worm eats Idoso. You can quote that. And let's hop over to Jim. Hi, Jim.
Hi. What kind of world are we living in where we're hoping to be eaten? Hi, Pretzel. You're adorable. It's wonderful. Anyway, it's so glorious. Hi, I'm Jim. I use he/him pronouns. I am playing Devlin Archon, angry dirt wizard, who also uses he/him pronouns, and has just been delighted to discover that we have additional visitors beyond the worm.
Oh, I forgot about the fucking robots. Shit.
I did until shortly before we went live, and then I had a very similar reaction to what you're seeing right now there. So yeah, just basically gotta figure out how to do two things at once now, and it's not going to be pretty.
It's gonna be easy. It's gonna be super easy. And
That'd be fine.
This is a good quote. And before I hand it over to our Dungeon Master, I just want to say thank you to Wizards and Beans for being Salty Sweet Games' 500th follower. Yay! Yay! Burr, 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 burr. Oh my god, and a bunch of tips just came in. Now, feel like you're probably going to need one advantage each for the players and Pope. The heroes discover an alien device. Mwah, 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 mwah. Kiss Pretzel. Mwah. Okay. And Allie, please rein me in. Hurry.
Could you do a couple more air horns, though? Because I was super into those.
There you go.
I love that.
Thank
you.
No, thank you.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Strange Invasion Assault on the Barrier Peaks.
Salt.
This is gonna be a wild one, folks. Hold on. I am Allyson. I will be your guide for this grim expedition to the borderlands of fantasy and weird science. What happened last time? Well, last time, Idoso Farleaf, our plain walking ranger, backflipped off the end of the broken bridge at Giant's Gorge through the portal presumably left there by the other scouting party, who we now know are agents of the Queen of Air and Darkness. May she be eternally worshipped and feared. And he found himself in Outer Pandemonium, the Queen's current home. He stood on a bridge over a canyon, its bottom so deep that it's shrouded in fog and darkness. Ahead, in the middle of the bridge, inexplicably, a dense forest. He found there, nailed to the nearest tree, a scrap of parchment like a page torn from a book, titled The Flora of the Outer Plains, and scribbled hastily across it a series of letters and other strange symbols. On the nail behind it, a coil of thin red twine. It wasn't long before Dulcie stepped through the portal to join him and was horrified to learn that she had unwittingly landed in pandemonium. For once, years ago, Dulcie had wronged the Dark Queen. And though she's never revealed it to her comrades, the Queen haunts her still. Meanwhile, back on the Prime Material Plane, Devlin and Ardent waited their friend's return as a series of tremors rocked the gorge. The source of these quakes was soon revealed to be none other than a massive purple worm, which exploded out of solid rock and attacked the encampment where the bridge repair team had been living. The two heroes held the worm's attention while the workers escaped to higher ground and were soon joined by their plane-hopping friends who found themselves momentarily trapped in pandemonium. Together, the group hatched a plan, one whose chances may have been slightly damaged by the arrival of a gnomish engineer with some kind of fire-launching staff and two of those strange knights, which we, gentle viewers, know as alien robots. That is where we will begin this evening. Our party is arrayed around the east entrance to the broken bridge at Giant's Gorge, a massive purple worm bearing down on them. And we have a initiative order from our last session that begins at the top with Dulcie, then Idoso and Ardent, Devlin, then our purple worm, followed by the gnome, Blubberbast, who is the engineer in charge of the bridge repair team. And we left off with Devlin having moved away from the entrance to the bridge to get out of the way of the plan and stumbled into these two knights. Devlin, I think, have you used your action for this turn, do you recall?
Yes, I think I hurled a fireball just before I moved south. And so yeah.
You were hurling a lot of fireballs, as I recall.
This is true. So yeah,
Right.
I've used my action at this point. It was the end of my action.
So you are standing in a small copse of evergreen trees, staring southward up not a terribly steep incline, one where that has, you can tell, has been the home of many rock slides over the years. And it's there that you see these two knights that you've encountered before. For a reminder, let's put their pictures back in our Roll20 chat. You see them on their gangly legs making their way down the boulder field from these rock slides towards you. They don't appear to have noticed you yet, but give me a perception roll, would you please?
I will attempt to perceive. Yeah.
Yeah. As they're coming, you're just about to duck behind a large boulder. You notice one of them, though, looks a little bit different. In fact, it looks as though the whole left side of its armor has been caved in somehow. It looks like a steel barrel that's fallen on or been bashed in the side, and you think maybe you even see some sparks coming from the side of it there. You remember the last time that you tangled with these, they had a tendency to explode.
Ah, that'll be great.
And with that, we are to Cherry Redding's point. She is just to the north of the bridge. She's waiting there on ground that's slightly higher than the bridge itself. She has your horses and gear and is trying to keep them as still as possible near the warming tent. And with this, as we come to the worm's point, this thing is terrifying. Although it's just been attacked from the rear by the gnomish engineer, the last of the construction party. So you now know that they are all safe, as much as he can presume to be safe at this point. It still seems intent on charging directly towards you. It will, on this round, close the distance, and it will be on the very end of the bridge, which is where it will encounter Idoso. You've held your action, as I recall. Is there something you'd like to do as this massive creature bears down upon you?
Oh, wait, it's actually doing that?
It's actually doing that. It's moving.
We didn't plan. I don't have the spike. No, I'd like to move away right now.
No, you stand there and you take it.
You want me to stand there and take it?
No!
I'll stand there and take it too.
No, because then I will have to save you. And I will get gook all over my outfit.
I mean, yeah, he'd move right now. He doesn't have that plan in his head yet. I have that plan in my head. He does not.
Where does he move to?
As far off to not get eaten.
All right. Are you moving south toward where Devlin is, or are you moving north toward where Cherry is with the horses? South is a little downhill. North is uphill.
Yeah. South.
All right.
You always make sure that you hang out with the matchstick. He's not going to leave his side, so.
All right. You are able to get out of there, even as it's coming. We see this epic moment as looking from Dulcie and Ardent's perspective, as Gnome is in his tiny halfling figure is silhouetted against the massive maw of this worm coming straight at him. And at the very last moment, he dives off to the side.
He's got the biggest idiot grin on his face, though. This is so cool. He's probably yelling, Devlin, you see the thing? I've never seen anything so big.
And he dives and rolls down this sort of rocky hill down to where these evergreens are, just to the south of the end of the bridge. And that brings us back to the top. Dulcie, it's your turn. This creature is now, it's maybe 20 feet away, maybe 30. Mm-hmm. It's moving at an incredible rate of speed.
Love it.
And it is moving directly toward you. Yay. And directly toward Dulcie.
Toward Ardent?
You have Ardent and Dulcie, yes. Yeah. Sorry, it's moving toward the two of you. So, Dulcie, you have the opportunity to act one final time before...
I feel like I'm gonna wait, though.
Are you?
Yeah, I feel like I'm gonna, wait. You know?
Okay.
Oh my god. Oh, that would be shitty. No, I'm stealing your idea. I'm gonna, pull out the reality spike. And I'm because I just finished my tap dancing, if we recall correctly.
Yes.
I'm gonna pull out the reality spike and, just, move it back and forth between my fingers. And I'm going to stay there until it is about to swallow me. And I'm gonna like hold an, I'm gonna actually, can I hold, we said I could hold a bonus action, right? Yeah, we said that last time.
I think so.
Okay,
I
cool.
think so.
Okay. Is it an action to... things I wish I would have known long ago. Is it an action to activate the reality spike, or is it a free action?
It is. It's a free action to activate it, but to set it where you. I mean, if you just want to push the button on the end of it where it is right now, you can do that. But if you want to set it someplace,
my idea
that's
is
an
like
action.
to,
Yeah, tell me what your idea is.
My idea is to just like set it like right in front of me or behind me, like whatever, just like right behind my body, and just click it. It's got a big mouth.
Okay.
Ardent is just watching this with some level of confusion.
And I'm gonna hold my bonus action.
All right. So let me make sure I understand. You are. I'm sorry. I love this plan so much. You've activated the reality spike behind you now.
Yeah. I'm just stretching.
Good. And so you're hoping that as it swallows you
Wink.
and goes over the edge, you'll just like burst out the back end of it as, wow.
You might think
Wow.
that's my plan. It's cute that you think it's my plan.
I love surprises. I love them so much. All right. You are holding then, and we turn to Idoso, where you find yourself now righting yourself in a pile of boulders and small rocks. Up ahead, you can see your friend Devlin. He is on his feet among the evergreen trees and seems to have taken cover behind a boulder, but he's taking cover in the wrong direction. In other words, he's covering from something that's coming from the south, not from the worm that's directly behind you both.
No, the worm, but then Devlin, but then the worm. Devlin! I do not see the big thing that's coming away. All right, I'll just go ahead and I'll use my bonus action to activate Planar Warrior, and then take 2 shots.
Fantastic.
Back over.
Take those shots, sir.
Let's see. Action. Did it roll?
Yes, it did.
Okay, so that would be a 19 for
19.
the first one.
That hits.
A 17 for the second one. So then, is technically their sneak attack damage, because Dulcie is engaged, so it's an ally. Flanking.
Yes. Yes, at this point,
Cool.
there is.
Great. All right, so that's plus, because I was successful in the attack, and with Planar Warrior, that's an additional 7 points of damage. Everything is force damage; it is not piercing.
So the first of
that
those
is-
attacks hits. The second of those attacks does not.
Okay.
It bounces again harmlessly off its armored purple back.
Okay.
Um,
That's okay. That's all right. So 15 total points of damage then.
Wonderful. You see the first of those crossbow bolts. It just perfectly slots the crease between 2 segments of its armor, and the other bounces harmlessly away.
Okay.
Anything
And then
else?
for my movement, I'm gonna move to Devlin and like shake Devlin. Like, what are you doing?
You have guests.
Do I see him?
Yes, you are able. He's able to point them out to you at this point.
Okay, I gasp, and that's my turn.
Great. Ardent, hovering slightly over the end of the bridge next to Dulcie.
Ardent has concerns.
Has anybody ever told you you're very clingy? You hover.
Oh, Ardent just looks over. Well, pardon me for being concerned about your well-being.
You are pardoned. I pardon you. And I
And,
make
like,
a star.
Oh God, they're gonna fly upwards.
She's abandoning me!
I think not like straight up. I think it's kind of like a diagonal backwards.
Yeah.
So that way, it's still kind of like in the sight of this worm, and just like, and also not too far away from Dulcie in case anything happens. From my vantage point, do I see the beep boops?
How high are you? How high are you going to fly?
I can go. I'll go my full 30.
Okay. Tell you what, let's make a perception check. Let's
Cool.
see.
Yes.
Yes, you are able to see from your vantage point. You, your wings flap a mighty flap and turn, and you hover very quickly up to this new position. And as you do, you cast a look first to the north, and you see Cherry looking up at you, her eyes just wide. And then as you look to the south, looking for Devlin, the first thing that you see are these two strange knights. They are now within 50 feet or so of Devlin and Idoso's position. And you see them on those gangly legs. It's miraculous how they're able to keep balance moving among the boulders here where there have been landslides in the past. So yeah, that's what you got.
Ardent swears under her breath for upon seeing that. Actually, I just realized I could have done something before I flew away from Dulcie.
Could have kissed
Sure.
me. Free action.
No, I will touch
No?
you.
Depends on the kiss.
But
Where?
I am probably right on the where the crook of the neck and the shoulder is. So definitely touching skin. And casting warding bond real quick.
Tell us all about
upon which-
warding bond.
Yeah, it lasts an hour. Basically, wards a willing creature I touch, creates a mystic connection. While she's within 60 feet of me, gains +1 bonus to AC and saving throws,
Yeah.
resistance to all damage, and I take the damage that she takes.
Lend me some +1s.
Very nice. Great. So that's your action then.
Yeah, that's my action, and now I'm up here.
Yes.
And I'm just preparing myself for whatever the fuck's gonna happen.
Yes. Forge Master.
Hello.
Hi.
So, yeah, problems. I feel as though I shall have to, now feeling as though I must split my attention between the purple hell descending upon us and the mechanical hell appearing behind us. I believe that I'm going to make a fateful decision. Because it's like, I'm pretty sure this is going to work, but I can't be absolutely sure. So I'm going to slip on the gauntlet.
you place this strange device over your hand, and for our viewers, this was a device that Devlin found at the site of their very first battle with the hill giants. It appears to be a gauntlet, except where you would expect 5 fingers, there are only 3. And Devlin's research into the instrument tells him that it will allow him to cast and wield fire, but that it will in some way, at least temporarily, bond with his physical body. And so, Devlin, you take a deep breath and I don't know, do you jam it in there? Is it slow? How do you do it?
Yeah, tell us how you do it, Devlin.
Yeah, so basically it's like he's like been sort of reaching in his back and grabbing it out, and he's looking at it, looks at the worm, looks back up at the robots, and he's like, oh, smelt it to hell. And he puts it on.
Yes, as go ahead.
Is that how much of that is an action? Was that an action to do that, or was that just
no? That's just donning a glove, really. So as you slide it over your arm, you can feel it's as though there's a cuff, almost a cloth cuff on the inside, and you feel that cuff pass down your wrist. And when it reaches just below your wrist bones, suddenly you feel, at first it feels like a small insect crawling on your skin, and then there is the sting. It's like a needles, 2 on the top of your arm, 2 on the soft underside of your wrist, and you can feel them sink deep into your skin. There is a moment of cold, and then your hand feels hot. It feels warm and then hot, and it is a very familiar sensation to you, and yet one that is entirely alien. There is a power that this allows you to wield over fire that, even with all of your years of study at the forge of your mothers and fathers, you've never felt before.
So I think for a moment it's like his eyes close for a second as it's happening, and then when he opens them, there's a brief moment where there's fire in there before they die down, and he's like,
yes.
And he's going to stand up, and he's going to turn and toward the approaching mechanical knights, and he's going to gesture with this glove, just sort of whispering, and I think from out of it will come rolling and sort of tumbling out. I don't know exactly. I forget where it appears. I should probably pull up the description of the spell, but it's going to be, I'm using a charge to cast Flaming Sphere.
Yes. So this allows a 5-foot diameter sphere in an unoccupied space of your choice up to 60 feet away from you. That's the range.
Yeah.
That lasts for the full duration of a minute.
Yeah. So if they're in the range,
they are.
I will go ahead and I will do that. And then let me just ask one thing: does the other thing that this gauntlet can do take an action to activate as well, or is that it says a mental command? So I don't know if that's an action or not.
No, I don't believe that requires an action.
Okay.
Just think it.
So, and Idoso is probably going to see this as just basically, it's like something very briefly. It's not like he's snapped exactly, but definitely just sort of looking up. He's looking a little pissed just at the idea that these things would even try to do this right now, even though that's, not like he has any control of that. And I think he just sort of glowers at them, and the flame returns to his eyes, and then a sheen of flame appears all around him as he is expending another charge to shroud his body in flames that will last up to an hour.
Yes. Yeah.
Literal actual matchstick.
It would so appear.
Wow. It's so cool.
Devlin, the sphere, the flaming sphere that you cast, are you casting it right over one of the two robots?
Oh yeah. The
Okay.
the idea is to basically get it rolling through them. I'm trying to remember if I can move it in the same turn that I cast it, or if that's next time.
Next time you can move it on the next round.
So yeah, it'll so it will. I'm actually going to target the damaged robot because I feel like that one's closer to blowing up, and I don't want it to get close to us before it does.
Yes. Yeah, very good. All right, well, we will deal with the effects of that when they begin their next turn. We now see Cherry Redding holding her position. She has a look of horror on her face to see Dulcie, as far as she can tell, just standing there waiting to be swallowed by the worm. And our robots enter the scene. The first is it begins its turn trapped in your sphere of flame, Devlin. So let's see. That is
It's 2d6, I think.
2d6. Alrighty. Do you want to roll that?
I think I can just click it and have it happen. Let me see.
Yeah, go for it. Let's see.
I did. It's not a lot.
Lovely. All right. Okay. It is shocked to find itself sort of drowning in flame, and you see it jump. Its legs bend briefly, and then it springs straight up off of those legs, up about 25 feet in the air, well above your fireball. The other has now spotted you, and it raises one of its arms, as you've seen it do before. And but before it attacks, it continues its bounding down over those rocks. It bounds to the point that it is about 30 feet away from you, and you see a puff of smoke come out of the empty aperture at the end of its arm. That 19 is a hit, wizard.
Oof. Okay.
So what you see is you just see this puff of smoke, and then you feel the pain of it. Does the flame give you any protection here?
It does. So a little bit. So it.
It's like it gives you
It gives me a plus one bonus to
AC.
AC, and fire resistance. I don't know if this is a fire attack or not.
Yeah.
But,
It is not.
Okay. So what'll probably happen is it'll hit my it'll hit my shield because I've still got that up right now. So
Yes.
that,
Yes.
yeah.
How many points does your shield have remaining?
17.
Yeah. It has 17 now before this damage.
Yes.
Okay, so you see, and Idoso, I think you can see this as well. These projectiles rushing toward that wouldn't even be able to see them if it were not for the shield. They hit the shield and fly off in different directions, and you see them sticking into trees around you. And in fact, you even see one sticking into the bare rock of a boulder. There are needles about this long, and there must have been 50 of them in that volley. And with that, you certainly have the robot's attention. And we're back to the purple worm.
Finally! Yes! Okay.
Go ahead, Dulcie.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna let me just set this for you.
Please.
So during the time that everybody's been doing the other thing, whoa, fire. Okay, gonna deal with that after. Idoso looks fine, finally staying put, exciting. Cherry, useless, but that's better than actively harmful to us. And so she kind of bends her knees a bit and looks like she's about to run straight into the maw. And I just imagine the wind whipping as her hair goes everywhere and the sleeves of her tunic are blowing out. And is it coming from a high position down, or is it coming straight at me like a train?
It's coming more straight at you at this point.
That's incredible. Okay, so as it's going to eat me, oh no, I'm gonna use my held bonus action. Look up at Ardent. Hey Ardent, catch! And I'm going to face step at the last moment into Ardent's arms and let the purple worm swallow the reality spike. And if it goes through the portal or if it doesn't, I just yell out, "May she be eternally well fucked!"
Wow.
And then I'm in Ardent's arms.
That's brilliant. That's brilliant. You, with a shout, disappear. You reappear just above Ardent. And Ardent, I think we need to...
Yes. Catch
We
me.
need to catch. You're going to need to catch Dulcie.
Oh, I'm gonna use an advantage.
Yeah. I'm willing to entertain just about any reasonable role you want to make with this. How do you want to catch her?
Athletics, please. Just be real solid in the air.
Sounds good.
Takes a lot of strength.
Before you roll it, let's call the DC. Let's call it 17.
Oh fuck. Okay. All right. Using advantages to make this happen. Hopefully.
Woo!
24. Don't need to use that.
Woo!
I just want to roll it just to see.
Please do.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
It was
Cool.
Either
meant to
way.
be.
You hear her call out. Tell me, what does this look like? I need to know.
Yeah, how does the catch go? So it's the same kind of again, she was looking like she was about to run into its mouth and just stepped through kind of this greenish flash just in an instant. And Idoso knows this well. Anytime she goes through, she looks way more like an actual Eladrin. And so when she emerges from right above you and falls back, just not even just having faith that you will catch her, she falls back and her eyes are glowing this really bright kind of amber, and her hair's whipping out and her ears are super long and pointed. And
yeah, I think that glow, that amber glow from Dulcie joins with Ardent's white glow that she has whenever she is in full angel form, and with the way that she Dulcie's falling, Ardent just swoops and grabs Grotto style carry, I think, at this point. and just solidly, the wings have to be a little harder to hold up two people now. But she has a firm grip on Dulcie.
The valley around is bathed in pink and white light as all of this happens. The worm closes its mouth on the spot where Dulcie once was. And as if recognizing that something's wrong, as it's barreling toward the end of this bridge, it turns slightly to the south and just plummets over the side of the bridge down into the gorge below. And Ardent and Dulcie, from your perspective, you can see it tumbling in a spiral end over end until it finally smashes on the rocks. It's not all the way down, but on one of the cliffs that kind of falls down into the gorge below, maybe 150 feet below. It is, there's little left of it. You can see the round purple spiked sort of carapaces, and many of them are broken and collapsed, and there is purple and green goo everywhere. And they're sitting in space out in the center of the bridge where Dulcie left it is the reality spike.
Is it covered in worm guts?
It actually looks quite clean from where you're standing.
Sure.
Or from where you're hovering, although there's a trail of purple and green goo that leads from it off the edge of the bridge. You also notice one other thing, though, as you're looking down, and that is that the weight of this thing may have affected the integrity of the bridge somehow. It appears to, as it rolled off to the south, rolled off to the left of the bridge, it appears that the bridge itself is now canted a little bit in that direction. I think you could probably still access the portal, but...
Worth it. Cool.
Dulcie, we're back at the top of the round, and it's your turn.
Top of the round.
In Ardent's arms.
Yeah.
Hey.
Aren't you glad I was hovering around now?
I mean, I had like 6 different choices for where it would have gone, so you should feel honored, frankly.
I think Ardent kind of like shakes her head, but there's a bit of her smile, I think.
How many robots are left? Where are the robots? Tell me. Allie, where are the robots?
Oh, there are.
Stop laughing at your own jokes.
Yeah, because it was damn good.
It's a good joke. It's a good joke. For those watching us on YouTube, I commented in chat that I always suspected Ardent would be the team mom, but team helicopter mom, that's kind of a new thing. Anyway, Dulcie, you're now able to see from the perched in Ardent's arms, you're able to see these robots as well. And what really attracts your attention is not the robots, but it is the massive ball of flame that's kind of just hovering in a particular spot there in the middle of that boulder field. And then above it, you notice about 30 feet in the air, one, and then the one below it, closing in on your friends.
Wait, there's a robot in the air?
Yes, the one that Devlin hit with the flaming spear used its movement to jump out of the spear on its turn. It jumped straight up 30 feet.
Cool. How far away are we from that?
Yeah, you are probably 100 feet.
Oh, okay.
As the Aasimar flies.
Cool. Are either one of them looking like they're going to explode?
Make a perception check, please.
Okay. 17.
Yeah, you're able to see the same thing Devlin saw on the one that's in the air. It's 30 feet up. There's smoke trailing off it from its time in the fire, and its side seems to be well caved in.
Okay, well, I gotta start moving that way, no matter what. So I'm just gonna roll out of Ardent's hands. I know I'm 30 feet in the air, but you know what's funny is if I take any damage, you take it. So I jump out of her arms, and I roll gracefully to the ground. Oh, it didn't even hurt.
You were up off the end of the bridge, Ardent, right?
Oh, were we? Were we off the end?
Yes, I went backwards diagonally.
Can I?
Yeah.
Can I jump forward, or do I just need to be held? I might just need to be held.
You might just need to be held.
You can hold an action until I get you ground.
True.
Yeah. Yeah, and Ardent, you think that, if you turned and flew steadily, that you could be to where they are in 2 rounds?
Even if I technically sprint and use my whole... Yeah, that would be...
Yeah, 2 rounds.
6, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, well, I don't have any ranged weapons, because I'm a swashbuckler.
Both of us are melee.
Yep. So I'll just be held by my melee mom.
Very good. Idoso, it's your turn.
There's so many needles that thing fired. How far away are the robots at this point? Like,
there's one that's 30 feet in front of you.
okay.
The other, the one that appears to have been damaged, is about 50 feet in front of you and 30 feet in the air.
Oh, well, I can hit things in the air. Easily.
Oh, that's great for you.
I mean, I only have like 11 bolts left, so there's really not. Better make these count. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead. Bonus action. Plain old warrior. And planar.
Plain old warrior.
Plain old warrior.
Yeah.
And then double shots again with the crossbow.
All right.
So 1, 2, 23 to 21.
Those are both hits. Very good.
Excellent. No sneak attack damage on that stuff, right? I don't
Maybe
think so,
not
at
this
least.
time.
Not yet. Okay, so that's
And this is-
wait, that's 12 plus 8, 20. Math. 24 damage.
Wow.
Just rapid fire.
You see, the rest of you see these 2 bolts in quick succession leap from Idoso's crossbow, and they strike this creature at the apex of its leap, right in that rubbery cloth side that separates the 2 sections. And there is a moment's pause as it's there about to fall. And then the valley is rocked with this massive explosion as it just explodes into a ball of fire and smoke and pieces of shrapnel flying everywhere.
Oh, did you see that?
What?
Idoso is so excited.
Yeah, but did you see that? Me. Huh?
That was great. That was smart. Also, Nah, we're good. Go ahead. There's too many things to be excited about. He's not, actually, because he went down, I'm gonna have him go up, for his movement up onto the bridge again.
Okay.
Possibly for a better vantage point to shoot
Yeah.
the other one.
Yeah. So how far do you want to be from the other one?
Beep, 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 boop. We could get pretty close. I can only move 25 feet. It's 30 feet away. I technically can't move fast enough to engage with it.
Cool. Okay, so you're moving 25 feet to the north, back toward the bridge.
Yep.
All right. Anything else? All right. Ardent, your shield is almost completely depleted at this point, but that gauntlet still feels hot on your hand.
Oh, it's me. Oh, okay. Sorry. Okay.
Did I say Ardent? Devlin? I'm
You
so
did.
sorry. I don't know where am I with names
Oh,
tonight?
no worries. I don't know. Which hand is the glove for? Is the left or the right hand?
It could have been either one. Which did you choose?
I know I initially did the thing on the right, and then I realized he'd probably put it on his left if he had a choice. So I'm thinking maybe it's the left hand, just for the sake of simplicity.
Sure.
So he's got the he's got this on. He's just sort of looking. He's looking at this thing that still is. He sort of had to pull back for a second because that explosion happened in midair, and now as he's slowly starting to walk backwards, as he's I'm going to try to get not quite 60 feet away, but as this is happening, he's going to. He's a little upset still. So he's just going to point at it with his other hand at the advancing automaton, and he will say, and he is going to cast Hold Person on it, which requires a Wisdom saving throw. Which I will let me go ahead and throw this out here so that I can
Please
cast
do.
it. Yeah.
Right. You cast your spell, and you're accustomed to feeling this response back, like, from the creature that you're holding. As you cast, you feel nothing. It's as if it's not there. It's clearly physically present, but your spell has no effect on it. In other words, they're immune to paralyzation.
All right. No, that's good to know. So having done that, he's like, he sort of feels for a second. It's like, okay, I was getting a little ahead of myself there. And so he's like, all right then. I have to remember where you're from. Fine. Let's try more of this. And I'm just going to hold the glove. You see him holding the glove up, and the sphere is going to roll right into it.
Yes.
And
Let's
so I
see,
think
is
that's
there-
the deck save, which then it's for half of the 2d6, which I shall roll now.
Okay.
For half of 5, it's 5 again. So much damage.
Ew.
And that's a 23 on the dex
I
save.
have a feeling,
so,
yeah, it's only taking half of that.
Yeah, you're starting to, you're just beginning to become accustomed to the way that
Yeah.
these things move, and it, without even turning that long sort of snout that looks like a nose, without turning its head at all, it's as if it senses that it's coming and just sort of sidesteps it, and it is barely brushed by it. Okay. Any movement?
Yeah, it's basically he'll move. I don't think. I think if I get more than 60 feet away from the sphere, that it will no longer exist. Possibly, I'm not sure how that.
I think that's right. That's the range.
So I'm gonna be like just within. So like 55 feet from where the sphere is.
Okay.
And I think we were already like 30 away from the robot, right?
Yes, that's right.
Okay, so I'll move 25 feet basically.
All right, so you're moving back up. That basically takes you to where Idoso is as well, near the end of the bridge.
Okay.
I don't think anyone has eyes on Cherry at this point, do they?
We are very high up, so. My passive perception is 17. I put it in my Zoom name.
Yeah, thank you for that, by the way.
You're
That was
welcome.
very considerate of you. Dulcie, you see Cherry now. She's bringing the horses back down toward where Devlin and Idoso are, to the end of the bridge. And you can hear her calling out to them. Devlin, Idoso, you hear Cherry behind you. And she's saying, "Well, that was not what I expected. I'm amazed that she's still all right." And then she's just seen the explosion of this thing in the air. And, oh no, them again!
And Cherry.
Come, we must hurry.
Is that
And,
Cherry? Can I insight check her from up here? She doesn't sound right.
Yeah, I don't know that you could hear her, but
I can hear her.
necessarily over the sound of exploding robots. But Devlin, Idoso, if you want to insight check
She
her.
kind of spoke in between the explosions.
No, you can't. You're too far away.
Oh, make it a disadvantage.
Go for it. Okay.
3.
Yeah, it's hard to make out what she's saying.
Somebody else get her. She sounds weird.
Idoso went to question
Devlin,
her.
she sounds weird.
I think I'm kind of distracted right now.
Devlin!
Angry.
And I could. How far away is she from me right now?
Oh, she's maybe 15, 20 feet behind you.
Okay. I'll give it a shot.
Yeah, get her.
Do it. Do it.
Get her done.
Actually, press the button. There we go. So, it's not bad.
Yeah, that's a great roll.
19.
Devlin, she sounds to you exactly like she has since you met her just a few days ago. She sounds, victorious for a moment, and then perplexed and frightened, and she, as far as you can tell, really believes that the thing to do is get out of here.
I think that. It's. We'll kind of just briefly. We'll say, we've got to help the rest of them first. He says, just sort of gesturing with his head back toward like the toward the safety tent and all that.
Yeah. Okay. All right. And Dulcie in Ardent's arms.
Have
We're back to you.
moved? Did we move, Kienna?
Yes.
Oh, we have robots. I'm sorry. There's still a robot that needs to.
We have moved, by the way.
Excellent.
Yes. Good. Okay. The robot continues to move, and it's moving just very gingerly among trees and pushing smaller trees aside and stepping up over boulders. You can kind of hear that whirring sound that you heard earlier when you were so close to them in the snowy wood, and it has all of you in visibility at this point, but Idoso, it seems to be fixed on you. You can see that arm turn in your direction, and it fires. And
Slippery boy.
the needles, you can hear them fly past your ear. And in fact, you can even feel the wind of them as they blow past you and harmlessly scatter on the rocks behind you.
Is it
And
just
it
like
is-
cartoonish, like perfect like outline of a body? Like it just completely missed
Yeah, right.
Idosa's body.
Exactly. It moves about 40 feet. Again, faster than you expect, and closes all but about 25 feet of the distance between it and Devlin and Idoso. And now, Dulcie, we're back.
How close are we to the robot?
You are, so if the robot is if the robot is here, just to the south of the bridge, Devlin and Idoso are 25 feet away. The two of you are now coming in. Well, let's see. Yeah, you're coming in here. If you were to, you're 45 feet, I would say.
Oh, okay. Then I will hop down.
Ardent's been going on like a
Okay,
downward
great.
diagonal path.
Perfect.
One, because two body weights,
Yes.
and it's just better to get down there. So
I will
Yeah,
give
you are-
Ardent a quick peck on the cheek, and I will roll out of their hands. And I will use my movement, use my bonus action to dash to get up to it, and then skewer it with my rapier.
Let it. Let's see that roll.
I'm gonna use an advantage because I don't trust anything. I don't.
18 is the roll that you want to make.
Cool. Love it. Love it. Nice. 22. I do get sneak attack even though nobody else is around because I am a swashbuckler. So that's gonna be 21 points of damage because it was on the first one. Although that second one was spicy. So 21.
Very nice.
And I get other cool things. Opportunity attacks. And I'm going to use the spare part of my dash that I have left, which is like 15 more feet to move 15 feet away from it. It can't make an opportunity attack against me because I made a melee attack against it, and I'm a swashbuckler. I have fancy footwork. So bye.
Very
Down.
nice move.
Back out.
Which direction are you moving that last 15 feet?
Away. Away.
Toward Devlin and Idoso, away from them?
No, I ain't gonna bunch up. Away from them.
Okay. So we'll say that you spin through on your attack. Your rapier sinks. It penetrates that soft spot near its neck that you discovered the last time. It sinks almost to the hilt, and you can smell the smell of smoke and ozone coming off of it as you spin around past it and make that extra 15 feet of movement away to the east. And Idoso, we're back to you.
Well, guess I'm gonna stay a little bit far and just shoot. I mean, well, Cherry's yelling at us. Why
In
is
a
Cherry
weird
yelling
way.
at us? Well,
We have to
she's
go.
just weird because we don't know her.
We
right.
should leave. I'm not possessed or a doppelganger. No.
Cherry, where are we supposed to be going? He says as he cocks the crossbow and gets ready to again planar warrior double shot.
Yeah. The portal! We have to get through the portal!
Why do we gotta go through
There-
the portal? One shot. Little fire off the other. He's just like casually talking. He's doing like a Hawkeye thing, right? Just
Nice.
casually talking.
Brilliant.
Did that
Before
go?
it fades away, we have to get through if we have hope of following them.
Fires off another one. So you're telling me that they actually went through there? He's just staring at Cherry.
That's incredible. That's
One-handed,
Not-
a two-handed crossbow.
11 plus 14, 25.
Also plus a plus 8.
Oh
D8.
yeah,
So plus 5.
30.
And not even looking, the bolts enter into it. One of them also hits it in that soft spot in its neck. It's just leaning down the slightest amount, but it's just enough to give Idoso that clean shot. The other, and whether this was by intent or by miraculous luck, sinks into one of those 4 slots on its chest, and you can see it sticking out, about 3 inches of the bolt sticking out, and it begins to flash and pop all around it as smoke rises, and you can hear it making some of those noises again.
I think I still have comprehend languages up, if that's awesome.
Do you really?
I did. Remember, I
long does
cast it
that-
on the way here.
It's-
I had
it's
it
an
for like
hour, yeah.
Is it an hour?
I cast it when we were almost here.
Yeah. Yeah, that's good. So interestingly, what you hear, that's what the rest of you hear. Devlin, what you hear doesn't make any sense. It just sounds like gibberish at this point. You hear the word obey, you hear the word pacify, you hear the word move, you hear the word ice, and you hear the word it sounds like, is it chicken, bird meat, or something like that? But it just sounds like gibberish to you. Doesn't
Okay.
make any sense. None of it makes any sense. All right. Ardent.
Oh, real quick.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, Idoso, did you
Just
have...
go. For
Yeah.
my movement, I guess I'm gonna start heading towards the portal and be like, are we going through the portal or what? Also, because you said bird, how's Hockey do? How's Hockey Hawk doing?
Yeah. Yeah,
Hockey
good
Hawk
question.
went to go find Cithril.
Yeah. Are you going to, if you're going to try and, because you don't have any, you have no mental connection to it of any kind. So if you're going to try to look for it in the middle of all of this, it's probably going to be an action perception check.
Cool.
Okay. Good call though. I've not forgotten about your blood.
I did for 2 episodes.
All right, so you're moving on to the bridge toward the portal, and you shout, are we going through the portal? Cherry yells, it's the only way to get the horses across. And Ardent, we're up to you.
Well, there's still a beep boop.
Hit it.
Yeah, how far away is beep boop from me? Can I get to it with just one normal movement, or do I have
Yes, at this point you can.
Cool. Great. Awesome. Yeah, swooping down with my sword, and I'm gonna try to hit it.
All right.
Let's try to hit this. It'll be nice if we pull that up. Thank you. 19.
Yes, you are able to hit it. Are there any adds to this? Tell me about
So yeah,
this
there's the
damage.
8 slashing and there's 4 necrotic. because of the great sword of wounding, and also because I'm in my fun angel form. I also get to do. Trying to remember how much damage I get to do the thing. 7 additional radiant damage on top of that.
All right, so the total then is
19?
19, yeah.
okay. Ardent's greatsword slashes down and lops through the one of the arms of the creature, and the arm falls to the side, and you can see its hands continuing to move and to writhe, and its elbow begins to move, and it's flapping around on the ground. There is smoke billowing from where it came out at this point. It continues to see this sort of snapping and popping and sparks coming from Idoso's earlier shot. And you all have had just enough experience with these to know that that it's very close to the end of its life, such as it is. Anything else, Ardent?
I think that's about all I can do.
Okay. Devlin.
Ardent's right next to it, right?
Yes.
Yeah, if it took my full 30, I'm right there.
Yes.
See, that's the thing. I don't want to.
I mean,
If I hit it with something. Well, I don't think Devlin would want to risk getting you killed. So it's I don't think I'm going to do anything to it, because if Ardent is right there, and he's gonna be like seeing that, knowing that he can't, because if the thing is going to explode as soon as it he doesn't want Ardent to get caught in that, and so I think the other thing he will then attempt to do provided let's see. Just want to see if there's a thing I can do to help a person from range that will be, or are these all touch thingies? Who knows? Okay, so what I think I'm going to I think Devlin does then is that he's going to sort of turn as he's just sort of going, as he's sort of trying to do that, and he's like, he turns and looks at Cherry as he's kind of pulling back closer to where the bridge is, and sort of a realization is striking him that we haven't seen her since we discovered this portal. So he's going to just sort of turn, he's going to look, he's like, my lady, how do you know about the portal? We've not said anything to you about it yet.
I saw Dulcinea and Idoso come out of it.
Insight check.
Well,
Insight.
Well, I think she's telling the truth because about that.
About that statement.
Would insight glean if there's like anything beyond that, like that if she's hiding that? If I do an insight check.
What are you trying to learn?
I'm trying to learn if she's. Well, she seems to suddenly know a lot about the portal within just seconds here.
Mm.
And there is something off.
In her
There is something off here.
In her
And so I'm just trying to figure out if there's something that she's not telling us
she got
about this.
You can make the insight check if you'd like.
I'm gonna go ahead and spend one of my one of my. There's a word that we use, and I can't remember what that word. Advantages. Yes, there we go. Advantages for this. If I may. 1 and 2.
That's investigation.
That's the wrong one. Let me actually hit the one I can't see anymore. Perception. What is it? It's insight,
It's
right?
insight.
Insight. There we go. Let me do that one. That would be better. Okay. There we go.
Nice cluster.
Same number.
It is, yeah. What she's saying makes perfect sense. She saw.
Screw you, Allie.
It may very well be that your dungeon master just can't remember what the proper voice is for her.
Nope. Mm-mm.
Oh no, it's not that. It's just the thing being that it's like,
yeah.
She said a lot about the portal within a very short span of time, as though she knew something. You know, she was saying that she knew what they did when they went through the portal before, and so that's a thing. That's a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, he's not gonna necessarily.
Well, for that, I don't know that you need an insight check. It sounds like you just figured that out.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
Okay.
But there, you know, there's there's something like he says, we'll find a way across if we have to. But this is going to hurt more people if we let it loose. And I'm just going to continue to focus on the robot, hoping that Ardent is able to get away from it before the thing blows up.
All right. She is. She's right there behind the rest of you. She has the horses, and she's just holding them off, or holding them back, and holding an action. And our robot has its turn.
Oh, no, I can't.
Oh, go ahead.
That was the thing. It's like the other thing I was thinking of moving the sphere into it, but I can't do that because if it blows up, then that'll. Yeah. So, yeah. Never mind. I'm done.
Ardent, you're so close that you can feel the mass of the thing wheeling about you. It wheels its other arm. You've just lopped the one arm off. It wheels the other one towards you, and the rest of you see that and hear that poof, puff of smoke come out of the end of its arm as it fires. The 22. Is there anything that would prevent this here?
Nope.
At point blank range, you see this cluster of 4-inch long needles, about 50 of them in a space this big around, flies out of the end of its arm with a ring of smoke, and they penetrate into your armor at your chest and abdomen, and you take 12 piercing damage as the many of them penetrate.
Ouch.
Ew.
And Dulcie, we're back to you. You're 15
Hey.
feet away
Cool.
to the east.
I'll move 15 feet in and I'll stab it. Yay.
Right.
Soup's left to kill it, so I will use another advantage. Like super duper love to just kill it. Hey.
Yes.
21, so 16.
How does it look when you kill it, Dulcie?
I think when all the needles into Ardent's armor. She looks very offended. She's just rude! And she, like, jabs the very thin tip of her rapier in the same spot where Idoso shot the other one. Just, like, right in there, twists it. And then I'm going to get away.
Yeah, your rapier, you feel it. It doesn't go very far. You feel it catch, and then you feel it penetrate further, and there is a soft, dull popping sound from the inside of the thing, and then it explodes. Let's have dexterity saving throws from everyone.
I'm gonna use an advantage.
18.
Us two who are over by the bridge, or
21.
Are you within, Devlin, are you within 20 feet?
I think I was trying to maintain, not unless it moved forward, not
Yeah,
unless it moved
okay.
like 40 in this last.
All right, good. So it looks as though Ardent and Dulcie are only two. Dulcie, what was yours?
18.
Oh, there it is. 18 and 23. Good. You both dive away just as there's that dull thump inside of it, and then it explodes outward, and shrapnel flies everywhere, and then, for the first time in what feels like forever, there is silence. And we are out of initiative.
Oh, everybody okay?
Oh, yeah. Oh. I was just kind of... I had to sneeze for part of it, but it went by so fast.
Oh, is Devlin still on fire?
Yes, I have this for the
Yeah, just
better
get a-
part of the next hour.
You can't ride the horse?
Devlin, do you know that you're kind of like flames just kind of like everywhere, like all over? Do you need like water?
I think I'll be all right.
Okay.
Devlin, make an intelligence check for me, please.
Okay. Intelligence. Okay, that was weird. It's like a die rolled on the roll 20, but not on the.
Oh,
Mine did that too.
oh, what did it say?
It's a 12. Total of 12.
Okay. Yeah. You, as you stop and sense the thing on you for a moment, you realize that you have the ability to shut it off
Yeah.
prior to the hour being up if you'd like. You may not want to do that, but you can.
I don't know if I want to do it yet. I will do it if I have to touch somebody.
Okay.
Just in case, because if we are about to go through the portal, then yeah, I just need to possibly get that one extra AC.
All right.
Does that stack with my mage armor, by the way? I've kind of been assuming it has, but I didn't
Yes.
ask. Okay.
Yes,
all
I
right.
think so.
All right. So yeah. So it's,
Yeah. I think you see like Ardent kind of like shake, and you see the wings go back in and the glow fade, and kind of like stretch as like these spikes are casually piercing through the armor and into them. She's fine. It's cool.
I think Dulcie just like whips her head around and looks toward Cherry now.
Yeah.
What was she doing?
She's still standing there with the horses. She's breathing heavily. Is that the last of them?
For now.
Looks like it.
And what are we waiting for?
Well, he's on fire.
Well, that I can stop that if I need to. I'm going to be heading. Actually, how far away is the tent? Can I just quickly head over to the tent and tell people that it's
While you're on fire?
dangerous pass? Well, I'm probably going to go ahead and put it out if need be.
If need be.
I'm just going to stand a little bit away from them and say, it appears to have passed for now.
Yeah, they have been, as you look up, you can see that the two of them have been kind of peeking out of the tent for the whole time and watching, and as with that last explosion, they've come out.
I'm gonna run up. I'm gonna run over. I'm gonna scamper over there.
To the two workers at the warming tent?
Yes.
That was a hell of a thing. I've never seen anything like that before.
Thank you. I know, I'm amazing. You can check me out, and I'm a part of the circus. I had a question for you.
Yeah?
Did you see that ginger do anything weird over the last few minutes?
No, my lady. She stood up here with the horses for some time and then made her way down toward you. That's all I saw.
Just in your sight the whole time.
Well, I was watching the worm quite a bit, and the other one says, yeah, and those knights or creatures or whatever they were. Yeah, the first one's who's older. He says, I've heard rumors of those worm creatures in these mountains since I was a small boy.
That's so interesting. Thank you. I would
Never thought I'd.
Yep.
Oh, right.
No,
yes.
I'd love to hear more about it. Sorry, just gotta. He's on fire. He could be dying. Gotta go.
Yes, of course, my lady. Do you need our help?
No.
All right.
No, Devlin, you're not all right. You're on fire.
While this is happening, Ardent is laying hands on them to herself and is healing for that 12 points of damage that she took. And it probably looks like the spikes just suddenly, like, one by one fall out of the chest and abdomen and the armor onto the ground as the wounds heal up. So just like this, kind of like porcupine spines all over across their feet.
Fine. I go get the reality spike.
Yes, it is still hanging there in space. And as you're kind of collecting yourselves here, would you each roll a d20 for me? We've had two different alien devices that have come in over the last couple of episodes.
Boom, baby!
Whoa.
Give one to me and one to Jim. Because of how... Or one to me and one to Key because of our shitty rolls. Or one to Gnome because Gnome's awesome. Whatever you want.
Jim is also awesome. Everybody's awesome.
I was adding reasons to give us things. I wasn't saying anybody wasn't awesome. God!
Idoso, you're casually looking at in the ground, around the ground, different pieces of the debris that have flown out from these explosions.
Recollecting some bolts. That's why I'm looking.
Yes, definitely.
I need some back.
And as you're looking around, you see kind of wedged in between the rocks, you see a very small device. In fact, at first it looks like it's just a rock, but you catch a glimpse of red, and as you pull it out, you notice that it's that same sort of bone-ish feeling material we would know as plastic. It is white. It's all kind of a grayish white on one side, and it kind of has a clip, right? That if you squeeze it open, it opens, but its normal position is sort of shut. And then the back side of it is red. And later, when you show it to Devlin, who's still has the ability to comprehend languages, he sees some strange text on the back that informs you that this is a device that if you are within close proximity to some kind of poison gas or to something called radiation that you've never heard of, that it will flash a red warning light to warn you of those things before they're able to deal too much damage to you. I'll send you, I'll post in our chat the stats for this red light clip device that you've discovered.
Cool.
Okay.
Cool.
And I'm going to save the other for just a little bit, but yeah.
I guess it's sort of like, as I'm looking at the thing, it's like, doesn't really say what is being radiated that it protects you from, but
yeah,
something of that nature.
Yeah.
Right, so yeah, portal. Wasn't that it, Cherry?
Well, yes. If it's still open,
What happened?
what did you
there?
find on the other side?
Oh, we went to Pandemonium. I think.
Yeah.
That's what the paper said.
She gets very quiet.
Paper.
Oh, yeah, Dulce, you have the paper?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Dulce's got it. It is like, yeah, like some picture. It's got a bunch of scribbles on it.
Okay, so...
Someone left a note.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, hey, and also this. And like he'll take off the red rope.
I thought you put that back!
I've never been to Pandemonium. Gotta take a souvenir back.
That's not from Pandemonium. Someone just left it there. They don't
Well, how am I supposed to
manufacture
know?
string.
There's people in Pandemonium, right?
Yeah, but there aren't, like, mundane weavers.
Maybe it's not mundane. Devlin, is it magic?
Cherry.
Shoves this 50 feet of thin red thread.
Okay, so here's the thing, though, right? Here's the thing. She could have seen us come out of the portal. How did she know that it was, like, it had the possibility of closing? Only me and Idoso saw that part.
Are you?
No,
talking to
I'm
her?
obviously
sorry.
not saying that in character. Let me emphasize my American accent. So I'm cocking my eyebrow at her. I'm gonna walk up to her to show her the paper. Yeah, so it looks just like this. And how did you know that the portal was on the fritz? And I'm very close to her. I'm looking in her pretty eyes, whatever color they are, I don't care.
They're green.
That's rude. You just made her look like me. I'm so pretty.
And you asked her how did she know the portal?
How did she know the portal was on the fritz?
Well, this land is riddled with portals that are there and then they're not. It's not.
Can you
You
see
knew
them
that,
too?
didn't you?
No, I'm not falling for this Allyson Dylan Robinson. I'm going to make an insight check because she's a
Go for it.
fucking liar, and so are you. And I'm gonna crit it. And I'm gonna use an advantage. I'm running low. Okay, come on.
Idoso, as you say that, and as Dulcie's rolling, can you see them? She's, oh no, I can't see them at all. But I can't believe you did that.
You tell me everything.
I can't believe you did that.
You tell me the truth. I'm keeping that advantage. I'm keeping it.
You called that shot. I can't believe it. Idoso, she says, but it's my profession to know things, of course. But Dulcie, as you hear her, something's not right here. Something doesn't add up. She could, of course, know all of these things, but something is not right with Cherry Redding.
I hold my dagger to her throat.
Ooh, Dulcie, what are you doing?
Yeah, okay. You're just gonna leap on her, huh?
No, I'm holding my dagger to her throat like this. It's like
From the
kinda...
front or from the back? Are you kind of behind her, or?
No, I'm not. I mean, I could, but that would be very sexy. So I'll do that, and I'll like get behind her.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And she gets very still. And she looks out at the rest of you, and she says, Forge Master. She says, Forge Master, save me. And that's where we will end tonight's episode.
Oh my god, wait, what? No! We have like another hour to go.
Yeah, what are you talking about? I'm only drenched in a couple of buckets of sweat in here.
Oh.
Yes! This was my night! This was a good night! Yes. Yes.
It was a very good night all the way around. Well, my friends, I'm so thrilled. Thank you so much for this game this evening, for this amazing combat, and your suspicion, poor Cherry. I'm terrified. I'm terrified about what is about to happen to this poor innocent NPC. I would love to know your thoughts, Jim, to whom she's just appealed for some kind of salvific intervention. How are you doing? What did you think about our episode tonight?
Oh, this was a lot of fun. And Devlin is now in a state where he's getting closer to the edge now. just with that one thing, because he knows that he hasn't really been suspicious of Cherry until this point, until just a few minutes ago, when she seemed to know a lot about that portal. And now that he knows, but then also, Dulcinea uttered a couple of interesting things during the combat as well that he took note of, but hasn't had a chance to actually talk about yet.
Super trustworthy. Don't worry about it.
And he knows that the Queen is wanting to put a hand in things. And he already has been a little paranoid about the fact that she's been already been a little paranoid about the fact that he's not sure what her agenda is, and that there's stuff that's been going on for like a century that he thinks might be part of her agenda. And so he's not sure where to place his trust completely right now, as he thought he was getting along well with all of these folks, but now there is a terrible choice in front of him, and he's not he has to be certain he doesn't do something he's going to regret again. So this is kind of a big deal for him. Yeah.
Where can we find you on the internet, Jim?
Where can I? I don't know where I am. Oh, so yeah. This week is on my channel. So I am Other Doc on both Twitch and Twitter. My website is jimyesthatjim.com, where you can find links to various things. This week on my channel is Finale Week. We got a couple of finales coming up. Tomorrow night is the finale of our short campaign of 50 Fathoms, which is sort of a fantasy pirate themed game. And on Thursday night, we have the finale of our campaign of The Sprawl, which is a game that is powered by the apocalypse and is cyberpunk. And Salty Sweet Game's 500th follower, Wizards and Beans, is in fact in that game.
Hey, awesome.
And so we're very much looking forward to concluding that. Playing someone who is a master of disguise, they are, and I've had a lot of fun with that game. That's the thing I'm shouting out in particular this week. We have a great MC who has been piloting us ever forward through a lot of different fun scenarios. I play a very kind cyborg who kills people, and has slowly been learning more about his past. And I'm looking forward to see all that culminate this Thursday night. And so them's the biggies. This has been glorious, and I can't wait till next week.
Awesome. I can't either. Thank you, Jim. Gnome, what do you think? How you doing?
We still had a purple worm, and it tanked off the cliff. It died. That's so great. It was amazing. Loved it. Loved every freaking minute of tonight. It was awesome. Robot explosions. Dead purple worm. Intrigue and mystery. Although I don't know why anybody doesn't trust Cherry. She seems really trustworthy.
We have to get through the portal. That's
I
why.
mean, maybe.
What are you up to these days, Gnome? Where can we find you?
Friends, this is a busy week. So, real quick, I'm here Mondays, Monday, Wednesday, Fridays. You can find me on my own Twitch channel at Nomedic. You can also follow me there on Twitter and Instagram at Nomedic. On Tuesday, tomorrow, I'm going to be on the Roll20s channel playing Glitter Hearts. On Wednesday, I'm playing a Mage Hand Pressed Dark Matter one-shot on Barn Barbarian's channel. On Unmade Gaming's channel on Thursdays, I'm running the Expanse RPG in a show called Entanglement. And then on Friday, you can catch me on Cantrip Breakers running the Lost Mine of Fandelver. Done.
Nailed it.
It's amazing. I think if I were in that many role-playing games, I might forget my actual identity.
Yeah,
I think I would get confused about who. Yeah.
Totally.
But I do that sometimes anyway.
Totally. I was supposed to be in a charity game on Saturday, but that got bumped. And then I run a game, a private game on Sunday, so that's 8 days in a row.
Living the dream. I love it.
Sure.
Well, look, before I pass it off to Lauren and Kienna, I will say my good nights and farewells. Love this game. Love getting to play it with all of you. I am so grateful for our audience that keeps you all well stocked with advantages and alien devices, more of which are coming up next week. I've got a fun one in store for you next week when the moment comes. And also, I think I did promise when this combat encounter began that if you survived it, you would level up. So it takes some of your time between now and next Monday to
right
level
now.
up your characters, because
Doing it right.
you're gonna need it. Hey, I'm Allie. You can find me on Twitter at Allyson Robinson with 2 L's and a Y. Catch me here on the channel on Saturday mornings at 9 a.m. Pacific, noon Eastern for Masks of Nyarlathotep. That's our Pulp Cthulhu game. Lauren is our keeper. He is there as well. It is an amazing, it's Indiana Jones meets the Cthulhu mythos, and it's so good. So good, so much fun. Come and join us for that. And you can see everything else I'm doing on social media, because I basically live my life there. And that's it from me tonight. Kienna, Lauren, back to you.
Awesome. Let's go quickly do our personal stuff. I am Kienna. I am the creator of this channel. Y'all can find me over on Twitter at KiennaS. Best way to figure out what I'm doing. All the internet doing lots of role-playing things, streaming, writing, sharing the void. But mostly just here on the channel, doing a bunch of stuff, appearing on all of our regular shows, and also I will be in the GM seat very soon for Burn Bright Against the Stars. Super excited for that. We're getting art in as we talk. It's really awesome. So we're going to be able to do character teasers real soon. It's a dope group. It'll be really, really awesome and fun, and I'm super excited for it. What about you, Lauren? Where can we find you?
I'm Lauren. I'm Love Zelda Ginger over on the Twitter. You can find me here in the channel very soon. It'll be like Saturday through Tuesday.
Basically.
Yeah. Delicious. You can also find me doing something really, really cool next Thursday at like 9:30 a.m. Pacific. I'm not sure. But you can find me there. And I will be there for like a month, and I still can't tell you what it is. But I will be able to soon.
Lauren's been dying about it.
I've been dying about this for months. I'm so excited. And the other thing is that I am now one of... Oh, I gotta correct that command. I'm one of Magpie's curated play program GMs, where you can sign up to play one-shots or mini campaigns with me. I'm running Bluebeard's Bride Boarding School, Bluebeard's Bride Vacant Hotel, and some urban shadows set in my homebrew city of New Acadia. And there's a link in chat, magpiegames.com/curated play. It's very new. I'm very nervous. Please come support me. Yay!
It's really awesome. And again, paid GMs and all that stuff. And really awesome game experiences. I was one of their GMs. I'm on break right now, but we'll be turning back in September. So it's a great program with lots of awesome people. Yeah, let's go quickly through channel stuff before we sign off. First, give a shout out to all of our wonderful sponsors. That includes Roll20, our virtual tabletop of choice for the Spotlight program, which has a bunch of awesome indie creators that they support. Please go check out the other Spotlight creators and go see what they're up to, because they've got a lot of really cool stuff out there. The Bird Bright campaign had basically all Spotlight creators, so that's where we're at there. It's really awesome. As well, another shout out to our other sponsor, Dice Envy. If you like your physical click clacks, whether they're plastic or metal or wood or gemstone, they've got you covered. They release new dice basically every couple of weeks, and also Saltway Games gets a special insight into these things. So we usually know things like a day ahead of time before they officially announce stuff. So definitely go check that out. And get your pretty dice for your awesome game. As well, another shout out to our other wonderful sponsor, Grinding Coffee Co. If you like coffee, if you like organic coffee, if you like them delicious and fairly sourced and all that great stuff, Grinding Coffee Co. is the place to go and to get your energy beans. That's what we're calling them now, energy beans.
Yum.
Of course, if you ever miss an episode or want to rewatch one, we've got a YouTube channel that you can go and sub. I am caught up on VODs finally, so they will release during our normal Tuesday to Friday for all of our regular shows and whatever other VODs that we end up doing. Of course, thank you to everyone who has supported us through donations or subs or buying stuff from our Redbubble, which has our awesome new pretzel
Bring him
merch.
back. There he is.
Basically, all of the money goes into channel upkeep and also to pay our cast because we want to appreciate them for the time and energy and love that they spend with us on the channel. So that's all awesome stuff there. Of course, please go follow us on Twitter as well to keep up with where we are and when we go live. We tweet out when we go live for regular TTRPG weekly shows, when we do video games or one-shots, or information about upcoming projects, such as the Burn Rate campaign. You'll get all the fresh news over there for that. And I'll tell you all right now, we're going to premiere on August 11th.
11?
Yes, August 11th. That will be a premiere date, about the same time period as Strange Invasion, just on Tuesdays. So yeah, we're gonna have some awesome stuff over there. I think that's it from us. We're gonna go see if we have any friends to go raid. If we do, please stick around in chat and spam that hype emote if you got it. If not, just spam some hearts. Full love from us. It's all sweet game. We'll be back live on Saturday for Paul Cthulhu, and then on Sunday for The Witcher, and then back on Monday here for more of this, where things will happen. I don't know what's going to happen, but things will happen.
Excellent. All right, well, that's it for us. Just wave bye, everybody. Goodbye. Goodbye.